Welcome, this is my final story project. When I started my SLS class, I learned a bunch of things like time management, note taking, and my goals. Time management is very important when it comes to college and everyday life. I needed to work on managing my time. SLS helped with trying to manage my time. I tried to take notes as to when each assignment was due and when to study for exams. I took an assessment test through Strengths Quest. This test showed me what my top 5 strengths were. My 5 strengths are responsibility, includer, context, consistency, and harmony. My purpose is to run a business, and my personal statement is I can do it. I also set goals to complete in a certain amount of time. I have reached my goals of graduating from college and running a business. After I graduated from high school, I started off at Valencia College West Campus. I knew that this would be a great start to my journey. I chose Valencia to be my first college after high school. The professors at Valencia care that the students learn. There are other ways of getting like the math center, writing center, tutors, library, etc. During my years at Valencia, I got help from those places. It took me 2.5 years to get my AA in business from Valencia College. In the business program, there are a lot of classes for math, accounting, economics, etc. It cost around $6,000 and I was able to pay for this through grants, loans, and scholarships. After I graduated from Valencia, I transferred to the University of Central Florida to further my degree in business. It took 3 years to get my bachelor's degree. The professors at UCF do not care if you pass their class. It is much harder, but can be done if you manage your time, study, and turn assignments in on time. It costs around $15,000 to get a bachelor's degree. My goal was to run a business after seeing several family members run their businesses. My dream was to own a coffee shop, and I knew that I would be able to do this with a little help from my family. It takes a lot of money and a lot of time to start a business. It was not easy starting this business off. I had to figure out what I wanted to name it, decorate it, figure out my money situations. Money alone was the hardest. I needed to make sure I knew how I was going to spend my money and financially afford everything. The way I got the money was to take out loans. As a young person, it is not easy to get a loan from the bank, so I had to have my family help me so that I would qualify for it. Another way I was able to qualify it was to have a full-time job with taxes being taken out. I had many friends tell me how much fun it was working in a coffee shop. My brother is another great example of an inspiration. He started off kinda young, 16 or 17. He had a bunch of hobbies like cars, wheels, sports, and many more. He went to University of Central Florida to get his business degree. He found his passion after 19 years. He loved cars and rims. He's still pursuing his career and he's 25 years old. He's not quite there yet, but he's getting closer and closer every single day, and that's what inspires me. These are some images of some coffee shops I have visited, like Lineage Coffee on the left and Propagation on the right. When I told my brother I wanted to run my own business, he was so proud, as everyone in my family was. I felt I could not do this in the beginning. The more and more I looked into it, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but in the long run, everything will be worth it. I started to visit hundreds of coffee shops like Propagation, which was my #1 favorite, and Austin's Coffee and Film, Lineage Coffee, Barney's, Foxtail, Drunken Monkey, Downtown Credo Coffee, and many, many more. Then we started visiting small restaurants like Black Bean Deli, Krung Thep Tea Time, Bluebird Bake Shop, which is a little bakery, and tons of more. The more I visited these places, the more I got inspired. Propagation was the one that inspired me the most. Plants everywhere and antique furniture. The day they shut down, and now there's a antique coffee shop there. It's 100% not the same. The antique store that is there now is way too crowded with stuff. Propagation closed because of financial issues and they were getting bad surveys. The way Propagation has everything set up is exactly how I have my business set up. As my friend and I kept going to Propagation, they closed. I had a goal of everything I wanted to try on the menu. The menu wasn't as big as you would think, so it didn't take much time. Tried all their lattes and iced coffee. I'm proud to say I tried everything on their menu. I enjoyed this SLS class so much and I learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed these slides and thanks for watching.